Hello, welcome back to Lutys Chainsaw Mods. Just a little bit of, well, quite amazing news really, I'll be quite honest with you. I shortly did a video on this, setting up the fuel regulator because I had issues with it. I thought I'd blown it up. It was pushing 14,400 RPM. It's the second one that I've just tuned up, but it's got a really much better porting job and lightened piston, massive raised compression, squishes down to 0.75. I just thought I've just taken it out actually just to set it up and what have you, got it warmed up, and I've got tacos on fitted to all my saw, well, to the Chinese racing saws. I've got tacos fitted to them. I say racing saws, they're usable saws, but they're pretty amazing now. These, I got two of them. I got that one there, and I got this one. This one was the first one that I did, and this is really fast and really powerful. No, that one there pushed out some pretty good RPMs. I think it was about, I don't know, 13,800, something like that. And this one, before I'd set the regulator, it was pushing 14,400 RPM. Well, I'm quite surprised the difference it's made. Literally, you see, it was cutting out. I was trying to set the carb on it and then revving it, set the high jets. Once I'd set the low jet, revving it up, setting the high jet, and it died on me outside. And this is why I stripped the carb, because first of all I thought, because it brought the revs down really quick, and I thought I'd blown it up, but it kept running, it kept ticking over, and I did it again. But each time I brought it up to max RPMs, it brought it down quickly, you know, like it was getting fuel starvation. So anyway, I got it in, and I've just finished setting the fuel regulator on it, and there was dirt in the carb, and it was under the needle and what have you. A little bit of silicone was in there as well, and I think it was literally starving it of fuel. That was the problem with it, okay? But in the meantime, I set the fuel regulator to run just a tiny bit lean. I think with the high RPMs it was pushing at that point, I think the fuel regulator was making it overfuel slightly, so it was limiting it to 14,400, even though I know 14,400 is pretty massive. They're rated at 11,000 RPM, and it's 14,400 is pushed out before. Well, I've just set it up out there now, and you won't believe it. I mean, I didn't hold it there for long, a split second, that was it, you know. I was tuning the carb, and it just seemed slightly more snappy, more quicker throttle response on it. And this is after I've done this regulator, and it was pushing over 18,000 RPMs, and obviously it hasn't blown. I don't know whether it'd blow if I held the throttle down for long enough, whether it'd blow or not, I don't know. Possibility, I suppose. I don't want to restrict it, but obviously it's going to be a saw that there's no way anybody else is going to be using this. You know, I mean, I've let me son and my son-in-laws run my equipment. Well, I've been ill, so I've let them run my equipment and do the logging for me. There's no way they're getting their hands on this one, because I think they'll probably blow it up like. So it's going to be one that's I just run. I mean, realistically, the kind of speeds, and you could tell it's more powerful than the other saw. The other saw is really powerful. It's equal to me MS362, the other saw. This has got more power than that, noticeably more. And the RPMs, like I say, this is over 18,000. Whether or not the other one there, I could do the same thing to the regulator to try and get it a bit higher, I don't know. Possibility, I suppose. But over 18,000 RPMs, I'm just amazed by it. Cheapy Chinese chainsaw. Well, it was a Timber Pro, this one, which is the same sort of model as the Parker's push out now. I think Parker took Timber Pro over, but they are the Chinese saws, and the guts of them and everything, they're all the same. Like, come in different size motors. Mine are the ones I like, the 58cc. But I can't believe it's pushed that over 18,000 RPMs. It's just quite amazing piece of kit, really, for the price of them. And it's held together. I mean, this one has a really tremendously light blinking piston, really light. To be honest with you, this is why I thought I'd blow it up, because I really went over the top on this one compared to the other one. This piston's been really light, and it looks quite fragile to look at, and so far it's held together. But I don't want to be hitting the top RPMs too often, I don't think. But at the end of the day, if it blows, it blows. Like, but it held it out there for a split second. It held that. I couldn't even read it fast enough, but it was over 18,000 RPM. This tacho doesn't store max RPM, it's just live data on this one. It just stores the hours it runs. But yeah, I also, as I said earlier, like, I've put little plastic tubes in where the fuel adjustments are and the idle adjustment, little lengths of plastic tube which I've pushed through, and it's brilliant because you don't have to take the top off or anything now to guide your screwdriver in to adjust the carb. You can do it with it all on. You can set your fuel in a lot more accurately because the air cleaner, the top and everything is all on, so you're setting it live, if you like, which is pretty good. But yeah, I'm quite amazed that it's held together. You know, people knock these Chinese saws, like, but you know, I mean, I don't know what it would push if I really let it go, but I couldn't believe it when it went over 18,000. It's quite mad, really. It's one hell of a speed, and it sounded really good, like, you know, really fast. I think it gives some proper racing saws a run for their money now, this one. If I got a decent chain on it, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that chain, but I think if it was going to be competitive, it would have to have you know, something special on there for a chain and guide bar. That's just a cheap guide bar. If I got I don't know, an Oregon bar or something like that on it, and work the chain a bit, this, I'm pretty sure, for its class, this would be pretty amazing in a, you know, wood cutting racing. Yeah, I'm a bit, you know, a bit shocked by it, really. You know, it's yeah, pretty amazing saw. Yeah, so I just thought I'd just share that with you. And like I say, any of you that obviously own Chinese saws, don't let people knock it and say that, oh, they're a load of crap, a load of rubbish and that. Trust me, they're not. The other one down there, I've had that for like nearly 20 years. Yeah, it's had a few cylinders on it. It's only because I mess about with them though. It's had a couple of cylinders on it. All the bottom end is standard on that one. It's done some work, because at one point the one on the floor was the only saw I had at one point. I've got stills and stuff now, but I don't mess about with them because they just cost too much and the parts are too expensive. So I only mess about with my Chinese ones. But the one on the floors, like I say, it's done hell of a lot of work, and it's still running well. And now it's performance tuned, that one is. It's not quite up to the standard of this one. It's not far behind it, but it's not quite as good as this one. But I'm amazed by this. It's really, they're fantastic saws. It's got a hell of a lot of compression on this gill now. You know, it's got some pull on it, I tell you. So yeah, just thought you might be interested in this one, just, you know, to let you know about what I've been doing. So thanks again from Lutys Chainsaw Mods. Like I say, don't let anyone knock your Chinese saw, because it'll probably beat theirs into the ground, whatever they've got. So thanks again anyway for watching Lutys Chainsaw Mods, and bye for now.